Veronica, you know what I was just thinking of?
What?
Sociology.
I just thought of that the other day too.
Tell me about some of the important things you learned.
Okay, but I was just about to go to my friend Jada's house, so I'll tell you on the way there.
Okay.
I was just thinking, Jada took sociology too, so she could probably tell us some of her favorite parts too.
Okay, let's go.
One of the things I learned is that everyone has ascribed and achieved statuses. Ascribed you are born with, and achieved you earn. I also learned about roles and statuses. We have roles within our statuses, which is why we do what we do. For example, my status is a student, so my role is to go to school. I also learned about deviance, which is the violation of significant social norms. I learned the many causes of deviance, such as the differential association theory. It says that people learn deviance from their exposure to it. I also learned about ageism, which is prejudice and discrimination based on age. I learned the middle age group suppresses the young and old. Here we are at Jada's house, so she's going to tell us hers now.
Hey. One of the things I learned about in sociology is the inequalities of race and ethnicity. Although I already knew these existed, I didn't know why. One of the reasons these exist is because of ethnocentrism, which is when you think your ethnicity is better than all others. Another reason this exists is because of our agents of socialization. From an early age, we are told from our family, school, peers, and media how to think of certain ethnicities and races. Their portrayals create stereotypes in our head, and we subconsciously think that these stereotypes are true. These inequalities exist because males want to keep the upper hand. One example of how these aren't always true is how men are given harder tasks. The idea is that they are given harder tasks because they are stronger and because they are expendable. Another thing I learned about is families. I learned that everyone has a different definition of family. Families unintentionally control things you do, such as how you socialize and how you pick a mate. They are also there for emotional and economic support.
Holly, I just realized you never told us what you learned in sociology.
One main thing I learned about is the three sociological perspectives, which are functionalism, conflict theory, and symbolic interactionists. Functionalists say that everything in society has an essential role. Conflict theorists say that society works to maintain the status quo. Symbolic interactionists say that people communicate with mutually agreed upon symbols. I learned that norms and values are why we have standards on the appropriate way to act. We conform to our norms every day, from polite gestures to not breaking the law. I learned that socialization is learned throughout our lives, and our agents of socialization, like our family, school, peers, and media, strongly influence our actions and thoughts. Hey, I forgot to tell you about education. Well, there are many forms of education. Functionalists believe that schools are there to bring a transmission of culture. They also provide personal growth, a daycare for parents, and social opportunities like prom or dating people. Conflict theorists believe that the education system favors the wealthy because they have biased standardized testing. Symbolic interactionists believe that education has a hidden curriculum, and also that teachers are agents of socialization.
What we talked about today is just a sample of the huge amount of valuable information that we learned in sociology class.
I am glad I took this sociology class because I now question why things are the way they are in society. It opened my eyes to a lot of things. We will forever look at society differently and in a more knowledgeable manner. I would recommend it for everyone.